see, the last weekend in February, the last day of the Home and Flower Show, and a great day.
Really, and it will continue. You know what they say about March? In like a lamb.
Out like a lion?
Yeah.
Lamb?
We've got a lamb.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it looks good.
Like
Coming in like a lamb, at least. Who knows about the end of the month, but the beginning looks great. A look at our Doppler 3 forecast will show you a dry picture, the same thing we've been seeing all weekend. Just a few flurries moved through last night. It should stay dry through today, tomorrow, and maybe even Tuesday. Looking pretty good. Severance Hall, some clear skies over tonight, and temperatures dropping quickly because of those clear skies. No clouds to hold any of that warmth in. We're at 20 degrees now, 71% humidity. The winds are coming from the southwest, 10 miles an hour, pressure falling from 30.27. It feels like 3 degrees, so it is getting chillier out there. Our high today reached the freezing mark, the warmest that it's been in at least a week or two. Our low this morning hit 7 at about 8 o'clock. Normally we'd be in the upper 30s for highs, the upper 20s for lows, and of course that trace of precipitation came in last night in the form of flurries. Otherwise, it was dry and clear. High pressure, actually a very strong ridge of high pressure came through, breaking up the clouds as they move through. That same high will stay in control through Tuesday. By Wednesday, some of what you see coming out of Texas will move through. That's some rain showers that will be reaching us in the form of rain showers, most likely turning back to maybe a little bit of snow, but that's the end of the week. Things will stay dry overnight. Temperatures cooling down quickly, still 20 in Cleveland. Mansfield, though, dropping into the teens, and the wind chills even cooler. Mansfield feels like 2 below there, 3 in Berea, downtown into the single digits for wind chills. It's going to get cooler than that overnight because of those clear skies, but eventually that same high pressure system causing our clouds to clear, bringing the cooler temperatures tonight. By tomorrow, we'll be bringing us much warmer weather, in fact 40s for highs tomorrow. First of all, we start off tomorrow morning, though, with just a little bit of fog, temperatures in that chilly range, but by tomorrow afternoon, looks like that sun will come out, warm our temperatures at least to about 40 or so, or the upper 30s, and with that, some of that sunshine. Here's a look at your Doppler 3 forecast. Clear tonight, fog toward morning, low staying in the teens, and then that sunshine arrives tomorrow with highs near 40. 7:02 the sunrise, 6:18 sunset. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low staying in the 20s overnight, and the next few days we climb all the way to the mid-40s by midweek, turning over to rain and then changing back to a little bit of snow. Tomorrow morning, bundle up the kids because it is going to be cold in the morning. Watch out for the fog. But by afternoon, that fog becomes sunshine.
Yes,
so another nice day.
Very nice. Thanks,
All right,
Eileen. Ohio State and Michigan do battle today, and the Cavs try to make it 7 in a row. Sports is next.
And later, do you know what a alpaca is? Well, we will fill you in.
Chuck's here with sports, and the Cavs are really on a roll.
Really? What more can they do? Except maybe...
Win the title.
That's it. That's about
that.
it. The Cavs, Larry Nance, Brad Daugherty, Mark Price, and Hot Rod Williams are definitely the core of the team. The Cavs are something like 22-1 this season when those four are healthy and in the lineup. They headed to Phoenix where the Suns are 22-1 at home, so something had to give considering the Cavs are riding a 7-game win streak while the Suns were looking to set a club record by winning their 20th straight at home. Let's go to Phoenix. Show you some of the action. Kevin Johnson would not play in this one. Gerald Wilkins would not play for the Cavs. He had the flu. Mark Price would play, and he would can that three-pointer. Jimmy Connors looking on, wondering, maybe if I didn't play tennis, could I? Nah, wouldn't happen. Block here by Hot Rod Williams. Get that out of here, Barkley. Barkley was traveling anyways. He didn't know what was happening to the Suns early on. Well, he would see this happen. Brad Daugherty, the big slam and foul. He had 16 points in the game. But back would come Barkley. He gets a rebound, puts it up and in, and the foul. And all of a sudden in the second quarter, it looked like things were falling apart for the Cavs. Watch Danny Ainge. He puts it up and in. Suddenly, the Cavs were down by 15, 55-40 at halftime. But they would outscore the Suns 61-39 in the second half. Look at Larry Nance. The block shot. He had 5 in the game, 17 boards, 21 points. And here Price puts it in, part of a big run for the Cavs. Elo, 2 quick three-pointers, and all of a sudden the Cavs were in the lead. But Dan Marley would not go away. He cans the three-pointer. But John Battle getting some minutes today because Gerald Wilkins was out. Watch the effort here. Gets the rebound. Up and in with a phenomenal shot. He had 10 points. Hot Rod Williams also came up big. He had 18 points in the game. The Cavs make it 7 straight, winning 101-94. And for the Cavs, what a month of February it was. They only lost 1 game as they moved to 37-19 on the season. Next up, Seattle on Tuesday night. And it won't be easy as George Karl's Supersonics are sporting a 37-17 mark. Meanwhile, the Cavs pulled virtually even with the Knicks for second place in the East. The Knicks were blown out for the second straight time. They cannot seem to find the net. The Nets' Drazen Petrovic, no problem. He had 28 points. Chuck Daly's Nets embarrassed New York, the final 102-76. Meanwhile, the Shaq and the Admiral squaring off in Florida. How about J.R. Reed getting the pass there from Robinson? David Robinson also doing his dirty work. He had 24 points. The Spurs would hold on to beat Orlando the final 94-90. And the Blazers, not only are they fading fast, but tonight only the Celtics were having fun in the Garden. And watch here. Clyde Drexler would pull a hamstring. It looks somewhat serious. A big night for the X-Man in Boston, but look at Clyde. Looks like he will be out for a while. Portland does not need that. The final 122-110. Boston wins it. In college hoops, the Buckeyes and the Wolverines continue their rivalry today at St. John. The difference this year, the Buckeyes aren't even ranked, while the Wolverines are one of the Final Four favorites. But Randy Zare's team came out prepared early on. They would not turn the ball over in the first half, and here in the second half they would get the passes around, and it would be the three-pointer by Greg Simpson. He had 20 points in the game. Chris Webber now would be held scoreless by the Buckeyes in the first half. Second half, you know, something had to give. He goes in with the slam. Him and Funderburk go back and forth talking a bit, but Funderburk would back it up. He had a pretty good game himself. He had 10 boards and 18 points. Watch here the effort. Gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. But down the stretch, Jimmy King would come up big. He would hit a couple of quick baskets, and the Buckeyes would fall in a close one, 64-62. They are now 13-11 overall, 6-9 in the Big Ten. They are still hoping for an invitation to the show. Turning to soccer, the Blizzard taking on the Crunch this afternoon in Buffalo. And what a defensive performance by Cleveland, as they would hold Buffalo to only 6 points. And although they exactly didn't tear down the house, they only scored 8. It was enough to win as they moved to 18-14 on the season, winning 8-4. In auto racing, the NASCAR boys in Rockingham, Rusty Wallace would capture the checkered flag in the Goodwrench 500. And guess who was second once again? Of course, it has to be Dale Earnhardt. And while they were racing in North Carolina and L.A., Freddie Couples was looking for 2 straight Los Angeles Opens, but it would be Tom Kite winning his second straight tournament. Last week he won the Bob Coke Classic, and today he fired a sizzling 5 under to finish 7 under for the L.A. Open Championship. Freddie Couples did come in second with a big group at -4. Now all of tonight's scores on tonight's scoreboard. Well, tomorrow the NFL will face full-fledged free agency as over 340 players will go on the block. Today, Dan Reeves, coach of the New York Giants, said he will start Phil Simms next season, thus letting Jeff Hostetler test the waters. Tomorrow is the first day teams can offer deals to potential free agents, while Browns coach Bill Belichick will definitely be busy tomorrow. Today, he took some time out to roll for some kids in the areas. They helped the youth in the Youth Vision Bowl for Kids Day at Cloverleaf Lanes. There's Nick Cellini out there rolling. He was way over his average today. He finished with a 74. Big day for Nick. Unbelievable. There you see Matt Stouffer, Bill Belichick. All in all, a great cause and a lot of fun going on at Cloverleaf Bowling Lanes. All the proceeds, of course, going to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters Foundation of Cleveland. And some other good notes on Cleveland. CSU Vikings, they lost last night. They got 8 votes in the CNN USA Today.
They got 8 votes.
Hey, you know, it's a start, right? They didn't make the top 25, but at least they got 8 votes, and of course they wrap up their season tomorrow night in Green Bay. Next week, of course, the MCC tournament starts in Dayton.
Okay, good deal.
All right.
All right, Chuck.
Coming up, a fuzzy first in Maine today.
A new alpaca pup. I'll tell you about this little guy when we come back. A fuzzy first. Today in Maine, the state's first alpaca pup was born at a farm in Newcastle. Alpacas are related to the llama, minus the spitting. Its fleece is worth a lot of money around the world. An alpaca sweater cost at least $200. Not only is this the first to be born in Maine, she's about as valuable as they come. An all-black female could be worth $25,000. The alpaca comes from South America, and they communicate by humming.
No, she's not going to hum back to you.
The owner of this new pup hopes to have a pack of 40 alpacas by next year.
The whole station's humming. Everyone in the studio's humming right now.
All right.
I don't think that works.
Yeah.
That's our news for now. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Our next news is at 6 in the morning. Entertainment Tonight is next. Have a good night and a great week.